Okay, so do you want to start?
Should I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5, 6.
Sexual, hot as fuck, bad bitch in the house,
Bitches.
Perfect. Nailed
We're there.
that.
So it's funny, last night, whenever we were at your party, I could feel myself getting a little raspy. And I was low-key trying to yell a little more.
Yeah.
I kind of like when I'm
Yeah. Same. I get that.
So now I'm like, sultry.
How she reels all the men in all the time.
All of them.
She's like, hey, baby. This is why she's like, my podcast. Welcome back to my podcast.
I know, I'm working on my podcast voice.
Sarah Smith. You know what helps with raspy voices?
What?
Tequila.
Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed.
No, I'm so shy.
I don't do this. I'm never. Okay, also, I don't know. But TK does it. This thing. No, why? Why do people do that? It's the TikTok thing. They're like,
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I missed that trend, but
it was a whole trend. You missed it.
I missed the TikTok boy trend. Who was Noah? Who are you obsessed with?
Oh, Noah.
Noah, he did his hip, and I was like, you can't be making moves like
It's
that.
just confusing for us, 20-somethings.
Yeah, no, it's
young 20s.
It's so confusing because we're 23.
Yes.
And he's like.
Because I'm 22 and he's just a little younger than that. But literally every single guy I see on TikTok, I'm like, oh, he's hot. I check. He's like, junior in high school, captain the football team. I'm like, okay. It's not gonna work out.
Yeah, my 21st birthday last night was lit, so we had a really good time. And I drank my first sip of alcohol last night.
How did it go down?
Smooth.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pour shots, baby. Shots.
Okay.
Shots in the house.
Shots, let's do it. Yeah. Okay. So one great thing about Haley.
Did you hear that noise?
That's like
It's ASMR to the max.
ASMR is, but it feels like that's what that would be.
But you were about to say something about me and talk about me.
Right. So as you were pouring those, wait, I don't remember.
How pretty I am.
No, that wasn't it.
This is for sure about to go all over my outfit on camera.
Sorry.
Cheese and rice, ma'am.
In my chair. I was gonna do
I'm CEO, bitch. Oh my god, I'm so excited to have you on the show.
I know.
Tonight.
Cheers.
She's been sleeping with me for the past 3 nights, if you know what I mean.
It's getting a little serious.
It's getting very serious. Should we have a, what are we?
We don't need another conversation right now.
Oh my god, okay, yeah.
Don't embarrass yourself.
Yeah, I'm trying to be chill. I'm chill. I'm like a chill, cool girl.
I'm just different from other girls.
Oh my god. Okay.
Cheers.
Our first shot of alcohol ever. Cheers.
Little nervous.
I'm so nervous.
So you're like a big tequila girl. I'm not really a big tequila
Oh, I'm
girl.
a huge tequila girl.
Well, this is nice
I know.
stuff, I think.
Well, yeah, Zena brought it to my party because she knows I'd never buy that for myself.
Do you remember the
First time we met?
No. This is a little different conversation.
Okay, we're a little bit raw.
And what else? Maybe
And
a little...
rebellious.
Yes.
I'm in a red outfit because I'm a little devil tonight, baby. I'm a little rebellious tonight. Honestly, I was I just keep trying to channel my guests that I have on, their energy.
Yeah.
And you've sent me, I told Sarah, I was I have all of your jewelry and I try to rep it so hard, but I don't know how to stack like you do and put it together like
I
you
always
do.
give her a fat stack.
And what I need to do is start taking selfies of after you leave me because that's a sad thought. Never leave
and
me.
also on our website, we have them.
I know you do. I know
Stacked.
You do. I know you do.
Quick plug.
Quick plug. Should I intro you? Because people are like, what the fuck's going on?
You can leave it mysterious.
Yeah. Oh my god. But we are mysterious. Really mysterious bitches. Yeah. Not at all. We're actually not at all. Okay. Welcome back to Landed Late Night. I'm your host, Haley Ringo. Tonight we have Sarah Smith. She's the founder. She's the CEO of Raw. and rebellious, baby. It's the baddest bitches jewelry company, and also like collages. She does rings. She's about to start a podcast. She's about to do some other shit that I can't say on camera probably, but I don't know yet.
It's okay. You should just bleep out a lot of stuff, and people will be like, "What are they talking about?"
They have no fucking idea. I'm so excited to have you on the show.
I'm so excited.
Again, it's been a year, a long time coming. The first time I ever heard about Sarah was when I first started Landed. I don't know if you know. Well, you probably know this. Maybe.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I had just started. Sarah Partain was working for me, and she was like, "Oh my God, my friend Sarah has this really cool jewelry line. She's going to send you some stuff. Will you wear it?" And I was like, "Hell yeah."
Yes,
and so I wore your jewelry on one of the first episodes of Landed. I don't even know.
No, because I remember I was doing a working woman's line, and I wanted you to be on it.
And I'm a working bitch.
Yeah, bitch. And that's how we met.
And that's how we met. We slid in, and then she flew out and stayed with me, fell in love, and the rest is history.
So crazy though, like did not know her at all, and me and Nina Grace were like wanting to come to LA, and you know how you have those like Instagram friends? It was her and TK, and I remember y'all were drunk at like somewhere. In Greece.
Oh, my birthday last
year.
year.
We were all DMing each other.
Yes.
And we were like, we want to come to LA, and y'all were like, come, and we were like, no, but like you don't get it. So if you invite us, we're actually gonna come stay at your house. And then
you're the downest. You and AG are the downest bitches I've ever met my entire life.
We are down. Like when someone's like, yeah, like I'm down. No, like I will actually show up. So don't invite me to something unless you really mean it, because here we are, and we showed up. We didn't know each other, and like immediately soul sisters.
No, seriously, soul sisters. You and her both, and y'all were originally coming in town I was gonna do a live show for Landed. Yeah. And then there was just too much shit going on. And I was like, I can't do it. And y'all are already by your tickets. I was like, hey guys, so there's not actually gonna be a live show. You don't have to come. And then y'all still came, and I was like, oh my God, I love these people. And then we're just kindred spirits. You know what I mean? And I am funnier around you.
No, it's so weird. I feel like when we're together, we just like we freaking riff raff.
I mean, are we not fucking funny right now?
I mean,
we're like, funny as frick.
Insert the like applause. I wish we had like a live audience. This is gonna be a lot of tangents. We are both so ADD, like self-diagnosed. Yeah. It is like
it's unreal.
It's dumb.
There have been multiple times in the past 3 days that we're like mid-sentence having conversation, and I just stopped talking mid-sentence, and she's done the same. Yeah, and then I'm like, was I just talking?
And I'm like, who are you? Also, where am I? Oh my God, tell me a story about.
Oh my God. Okay. Was this last night?
2 nights ago.
Okay, 2 nights ago. We're in bed because we've been sleeping together for 3 nights. Okay, and we're in bed, and it's like 4:30 in the morning. I wake up to her, literally. Okay, I'm her. And she looks over at me. And then she looks over. And I'm like, I knew immediately. I was like, oh, she has no fucking idea where she is. And I was like, it's okay. And she looks at me like,
I black in, and I just remember like her voice, and I was like, who the fuck is this? Like, I didn't know where I was.
I think we both have a very overactive imagination.
Yeah, very much so.
And it manifests in that way.
Yes.
Okay. And we're to the show.
What are we talking about today?
Girl.
I might switch it up, turn around on you, ask you a couple. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't either, but I love this. I knew this was gonna be like this.
I know.
This is good. This is good vibes. Tell everybody how you started this company, because obviously with Landed, like I want you guys to have fun when you watch this episode more than anything, and in general the show, but also feel empowered that you can fucking do whatever you want. And I have guests on the show that inspire me, and I want them to inspire you. So yeah, baby girl, just take it away. Tell them how you started Raw and Rebellious.
Okay, I've been waiting for this moment. I have the floor.
Oh, it's your time to shine, baby.
I'm just kidding. So I started it my senior year of college. It was the summer before my senior year, and I just got back from studying abroad. Hella broke. I worked at Texas Roadhouse like all through high school and college. So any of you roadies out there, we line danced every hour. It was the whole thing, but we won't get into that.
That's for the late night show.
Yes, that's for the sequel. We'll do that another time. But I was just like beyond broke. The waitressing wasn't really cutting it, and I started making jewelry for myself. And at the time, it was like 2016, so it was like before bloggers. Well, bloggers were like starting to come up, but it was like Instagram was like a thing, but like you could still like your own pictures, I think, and it wouldn't be weird. You know what I mean? Like we still use the filters on Instagram. Do you guys remember those days?
Yeah, Kelvin.
Valencia. Lo-fi was
Lo-fi.
Big lo-fi. Yeah.
I like Valencia. I was a big Valencia
fan. Turn up the contrast. Yeah, that's all you needed. It's great. And so yeah, that was like when I first started. I started just making it for myself. My friends loved it. My coworkers loved it. Alabama girl. I was on the river. I was at some country concerts.
Oh, here we
and,
go.
Oh, yeah, the accents are probably.
It's coming out.
We got a lot of accents.
The more we drink the tequila, the more
Yeah.
the accents come out.
We're going all over the world tonight.
All over. Later we're going to be talking like this, and the next thing we know, we're in London,
Yeah,
and then
it's
we're back in
really
the deep
crazy.
south, motherfucker. Here we are.
And then
You're Irish. Do your Irish. You're Scottish. Irish.
Irish.
Do your Irish.
Later.
All right.
Don't put me on the spot like that.
Okay. Yeah. No. Teaser.
Hard no. Hard no.
Hard.
So anyways, pardon the interruption. I think I interrupted myself, but it's fine. So yeah, I started making jewelry for friends that really liked it, and I started selling it on my own personal Instagram. And then when I went back to college for my senior year, I made an Instagram for it. It was called Sarah Smith Designs. And then I made it Ron Rebellious. I didn't really like the name, but at the time I wasn't thinking about branding.
You didn't like the name Raw and Rebellious at the
No, I
time?
didn't like the name Sarah Smith Designs.
Oh, okay, got it. And also that does not fit your personality.
No. It's my name, but it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It was just very boring, very vanilla. And it wasn't even I didn't study, but I was studying to be a bilingual occupational therapist. So nothing.
Oh, now I get the español.
Oh, sí.
¿Tú hablas español?
Un poquito, pero ahora no.
Soy fluente, so you know.
Un poquito. And my best friend and I sat down and came up with Ron Rebellious, and it slowly grew. I did it out of my college bedroom in my apartment, and just sold stuff off of Instagram. I didn't have a website or anything. And then right before I graduated college is when it kind of snowballed and started blowing up and gaining more following, all that stuff. And then I backpacked that whole summer, and my brother and his friends kind of ran it, which is so funny because people don't really know that because I didn't have employees up until then. And
He was your first employee, your
my
brother. Yes.
Yeah, Ethan. Shout out to Ethan. He used to tell me that he would use Ron Rebellious to pick up girls at bars. He would see a necklace and he's like, oh, that's a Daily Delight. And start a conversation with the name of the necklace because he made half of them whenever we were first starting. Yeah. And he was so pissed because he loves playing video games, and he had to make jewelry and do shit for me, which he was so over. But yeah, so I got all my brother's friends and family friends to help me out at my parents' house that summer while I was traveling. Moved to Atlanta kind of on a whim. Did it out of my first house in Atlanta and just renting, I didn't own a house or anything. And then I moved into another house for 2 years with a couple of girlfriends from Auburn and Alabama. I went to Auburn, by the way, War Eagle. And rah. And yeah, and then I did it out of my bedroom, actually, like she was saying. So my first house, it was in a separate room, but it was still within the house because it ended up being a 5-bedroom house. But in my last house, it was literally my bedroom. So you go into the basement, and on one half it is my bedroom, and on the other half it's my office. So such a good deal money-wise. Yeah. I mean, fake it till you make it. You got to rough it at the beginning because save money so you can do other things, But oh my gosh, it was horrible having my office in my bedroom. I mean, there's just no separation.
Yeah, no.
Which is so hard. And I'm already such I'm so obsessed with being productive all the time. So when I'm going to bed, or I want to read a book or journal or do something before I go to bed, I see my office and I'm there's something I could be doing, and then I'd feel guilty and I would stay up till 2 a.m. working. And it's different because obviously when you have a 9 to 5, you get to leave that 9 to 5, but it's also a job. And
right.
Of course I know there's so many people that are so passionate, even if they don't start something themselves, but when you have something that's your own and you can relate to this, Landed, it's your baby, and working on it's a little different than working on just a regular 9 to 5.
Right.
And yes, you never get to leave work, but it's so fulfilling, and you're building something that you started, so it's just it's so different.
Right.
But still, I think that lack of separation was really hard, So
100%. I can't even imagine.
Oh, horrible.
And there's no peace ever. You never leave the office, and already as an entrepreneur, you're working 24/7 because
right.
your mind is always what can I be doing next? Okay, I have to answer this email. It's
you're just on.
On and on. And so then if it's in your bedroom, that's my actual.
I slept horribly.
Yeah, no.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, it was kind of miserable. It was fun and cheap and whatever. Kind of miserable, but one big milestone that we just hit last month, I got my very first office space.
Yes,
so it is in a real life office building with other real life businesses within the building. So it was so stressful at the time, moving and everything, but now I'm oh my gosh, I have an actual office.
Wait, I didn't know. I don't know where I thought your office was when you were it's not my bedroom anymore. I don't know where.
You're oh, tight. Anyway,
I was oh, it's in your living room now.
Yeah.
That's so great.
It's in your bathroom. Congrats, that's so great.
Oh wait, that's so cool. I didn't know that.
Yes, I have an actual office space now, which I'm so.
Is it a WeWork or what is it?
No, so it's in Woodstock, Georgia.
Okay.
So another thing. a lot of big things recently. I moved to Denver like 2 weeks ago, which I've heard is nicknamed Menver.
Different thought process.
We'll talk about that later.
We just like do a really short clip of us like lighting up.
Really quick.
Just like, and people like, did I just see what I said? I don't know what I just saw.
This
would be the funniest episode I've ever done in my life. Okay, so obviously there's, challenges starting a business from scratch. You were living in your basement. That alone sets a whole, nope. And so what were the different challenges along the way, just so people can like hear the reality of this, and then how you navigated those challenges and worked through them, because the business has grown so much in the past. How many years have you been in business now?
This is the fourth year.
So
which is so crazy to even say.
It's exciting. Okay, so just go, tell me what's up.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to like twist that and use like the hardships that I've had and whatever to like kind of help you guys. I answer all of our DMs, so anytime you DM us at raw_rebellious, it's always me, and I'm more than happy to help with business, like with literally any question that you have. Like, I am seriously here to help, because I think when I started, one of the first things that was super hard was like no one would help me. Like I would ask people questions and like no one wanted to help anyone, and like you have to understand that like in order to move up, you don't have to like put other people down or not help other people. Like, lean on each other and collaborate with each other, because we can all grow together, And I think collaborating and learning from other people is such a cool thing. So I'm here to help you guys in anything that you need. But with starting a business, because I get questions like that all the time, like how to start a business, what are the first steps, what do I do? And I am starting a podcast soon, so we'll get way more in depth with all of that. Raw Intentions. I'm so excited. Yes, dropping the name. So yeah, really excited about that. But I would say like, and I know this sounds so cliche, but I really mean this, and Anna Grace and I were talking about this earlier. I think people talk a lot about, with social media and with Instagram, like there's so many people blogging and starting their own companies and boutiques and all these things, and people think that like, oh, there's so much already out there, like I can't start anything. And I think the reason why people feel this like oversaturation in the Instagram and social media market with different, products and like being influencers and bloggers is because so many people see someone else's success and they think, okay, well, if that's successful, I'm gonna carbon copy that and do that. That doesn't work. If you want to be successful, there's only one you. And if you are seriously true to yourself, true to your style, true to your brand, if it's clothing, make what you would wear. If it's jewelry, make what you would wear. If you're influencing or you're blogging, don't do it for the followers. Why do you want to do it? Like, what is your why? What is the reason behind you doing that? That will translate to other people. And I think that's one thing that's made us super unique, and one thing that I've kind of lost along the way in my journey, and that I've refound, and I've reaped the benefits from that, not only like financially, but just like in my business and like and feeling like fulfilled with what I'm doing. Like, if you stay true to yourself and stay authentic to yourself and like pay attention to what's important and keep a root of like, you need to start with like a reason why you want to like do whatever you're doing, you will be so much more successful. And no one can be you. No one has your individual brain, and like stay with that, stay true to that. Raw and Rebellious has become truly an extension of like who I am. Like, I have channeled all my passions into it. I love fashion. I love helping people with special needs and charity work. Helping people with special needs, I was going to be an occupational therapist. Like, I always planned on working with people with special needs. I volunteer with them still, and that's something that's so important to me. And so I've used my platform to promote inclusivity and awareness, and just there's no like, you don't need to put yourself in a box for anything. Like, I think the old business model's out.
Right, 100%.
So anything you want to do, if you have an idea, okay, then how can you make money off of that? Or even if it's not making money at the beginning, make a YouTube channel, make an Instagram account, make a TikTok. Like, just start spreading your message and showing people like what you're passionate about, and it'll grow. Like, if it's authentic and if it's like, if it makes sense, it'll grow. And I also say that, like, I was talking to Christina, your friend, about this the other day. Like, another great idea when starting a business is you need to pay attention to your thoughts. So if you're at the store and you see a t-shirt and you're like, oh, that'd be cute, but it'd be cuter if it was this color, it'd be cuter if it was tighter, it'd be cuter if it was cropped, or, oh, like, this print is really cute, but I wish it was cheaper, I wish it was this, wish it was that. Okay, well, I'm sure there are 20 other people that have probably had that same thought, and the difference between them and you is like, if you notice that, act on it, start it. So many people have great ideas
and never do anything about it.
Ideas don't really mean anything. I have ideas all the time, and I haven't acted on half of them. And part of the reason that I've been so successful and we've been so successful is like, we started at a time when like it wasn't really a thing. Like, what we were doing like wasn't super popular, and we jumped on that and we started something. And I'm sure 20 other people had the exact same idea as me, exact same idea as you, but the difference is we started, and that's such a hard thing to do. And I think one of the hardest things is getting started.
100%.
I mean, because you want it to be perfect. You want it to be the right time. You want to have enough money saved up. You want to be at this perfect point in your life, but like, you're never going to have that.
No, you're not.
And I think you need to just bite the bullet, start. I mean, I look back on things that I've done in the past couple years and stuff I was doing like a month ago.
Right.
And I've gotten better because you're not going to like get better and perfect it until you just start that ball rolling. And it's going to look like shit when you first start it, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And you also like, that's all you see. Like when you look at all these influencers and when you look at all these business owners and you see like the thousands of followers and all the likes and all the sales and all this stuff, all you're seeing is like the
consistency.
After. Yes, consistency, because you have to be consistent, but also like the after of years of hard work and months of like, you know, late nights, and like when you had like 20 followers and half of them was like your mom and your dog and your family and like no one cared what you were doing, and that's okay. Like people I think want like overnight success because all they see are like all these really successful people, and I think it's great to, you know, have role models and look up to people, but you also need to remember that like everyone started from somewhere.
Right.
Other than like Kylie Jenner.
Right.
You know, everyone started from somewhere. Kylie, if you're watching this, which I'm sure you are, like, no offense.
We love your
you.
lip
You're
line.
great.
I love your lip stuff.
But like, I think you really need to, you know, remember that like everyone does start from somewhere. It's okay to not be perfect at first. It's okay to, you know, struggle at the beginning. You're going to have late nights. You're going to have nights where you're just like crying on the floor, calling your mom, you know, whatever. I still have those sometimes.
Same. And as long as and guys, I mean, I can't even tell you how many nights I had like mental breakdowns in college when I was doing photography full time, doing school full time, calling my mom being like, I can't do this, like freaking out. And I made it through. And like it's and all of that is, and her and I were talking earlier, I was like, I feel like that my photography business has been successful. And I don't really like, I know that I'm like good at my job. I know I'm talented at that, but also I just feel like there's been it's been consistency. Like I just have stuck with it. And I think like same thing with Landed, like, you know, anything you do, like you said, it's not going to be perfect, and it never will be. Like and also where's the fun in that?
And you continue to grow.
And people like seeing the journey and the process and it not being this like cookie cutter thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm just, you know, sitting here with tequila in
And
the
it's
chair.
fine.
And it's fine.
I am dripping sweat right now. It is okay.
It's also okay. But what you said about like the old business model going in, like there's my mom when I first started Landed, when I first started doing stuff, and no offense, Mom, I love you, but like she'd be like, you can't do that. You can't do that. And I'd be like, why?
Same.
And I've always been a person who questions like authority and questions the rules of things because if I don't understand them, I'm not going to follow them. I know that sounds whatever, but that's how I'm wired.
Rebellious, little raw.
Oh my God.
On brand.
I mean, sorry, I'm like, I love you, Jesus. But anyways, I mean, it's just like, you know, people like, I think that's why people are drawn to your brand. And also when you are passionate about something, it's gonna show through. When you're truly passionate about something, it's gonna show through and bleed through in your brand and your company, whatever it is you're starting. People are naturally gonna be drawn to that, and it will be successful. You're gonna burn out. There's gonna be a time where shit hits the fan because that's real life. That's business. It's never gonna be perfect. But if you stick with it, I really believe that it's just consistency. That's really what I think it is.
I've listened to so many podcasts and heard so many people talk, and like they say the exact same thing. Like consistency is so key, and like touching on what you said, like. When your mom, like my family's so involved in my business, and I've definitely done things that I've, you know, regretted and made mistakes and they've been right on, but also like a lot of the things that people like adults and people try to give me advice on, like I fight because at the end of the day, like I know who I am and I know that like I'm a good person. I have good intentions always. And like, if I say fuck, it's not because I'm this like raunchy, crazy girl. I'm a good person and I want to be authentic to everyone that follows me. So I'm going to be myself.
Right.
And yes, I do have to dial it in sometimes, and that's one of the reasons why I really want to start a podcast is because like I really just want a platform where I can be just like 100% me. Yeah. But like I think, and that's something that you do too. You are so unapologetically yourself, and I think that's why people are drawn to you because there's so much Photoshop and there's so much editing, and like that's not real. Right. People want to see real. Right. So be real. Like people want to relate. People want to feel the way you feel. It's so easy to relate to people if you're just honest with them, honest with yourself, and you do what you know, intuitively feels right. And so I think that's so important to remember.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Girl, you nailed that on the head.
Yes, honey.
We'll be closing out with that because that was just like a burst of so much knowledge for you guys. And we out here, we just doing the thing. No, I'm kidding. We love you guys. And I
Haley, thank you so much for having me.
I love you.
This is so fun.
You can come on the show anytime you want.
Okay, I'll come
anytime you want. we're just gonna start a sub show, and it's just me and her. No, but I'm so excited for all the things you have coming up and everything you have released, guys. Make sure to go follow Raw and Rebellious on Instagram, and also follow her personal account, Sarah Smith, and make sure to check out this beautiful jewelry. I will link her website below. Swipe up, swipe up, swipe up, swipe up, swipe up, swipe up, swipe up. And make sure to follow Landon Late Night, like and subscribe this channel, click the notifications tab so you know each week. Sorry, now it's bi-weekly. Bi-weekly when a new episode is live.
I love you, Haley. Thank you so much for having
Love
me.
you, baby.
Being my bestie.
Mwah.
You're the best.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. That's it. I was saying scene, yeah. I felt something there. Yeah, wow, that was a religious experience.
That was a religious experience.
But yeah, so being Jewish in Alabama was...
Being Jewish in Alabama and also being single in Denver.
Yeah, I have a lot of layers. I'm super...
I'm like so complex and like mysterious. I'm like, oh, I'm just like hot. I gotta get you a boyfriend. I just feel like you are.
Do any like men watch the show?
A lot of men are gonna be into this situation.
So stupid picky though, and I have like no. Oh, you're talking about like these honkers
and that situation and that situation and that mainly that situation.
Anything else you wanna?
Yep, that situation, that situation. Depth. Don't keep it in.
Stop.